Thanks, everybody. Welcome to Build. I'm your host, Ricky Camilleri. Our next guests are the voices behind some pretty beloved pets. In 2016, audiences went crazy for their secret lives, and so they're back with updated lives, neuroses, and adventures. Let's take a look at Patton Oswalt, Jenny Slate, Lake Bell, Bobby Moynihan, and Eric Stonestreet in The Secret Life of Pets 2. Everybody, please welcome from The Secret Life of Pets 2, Eric Stonestreet, Bobby Moynihan, Jenny Slate, Lake Bell, and Patton Oswalt, all of which were howling at the moon just a second ago, and it was wonderful. Is that what doing a voice for The Secret Life of Pets is like? You just go in and howl a lot, and then they take what they can?
Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, I had to do howling scenes. Oh, yeah. I had to howl like a dog, but have the character's personality in the howl, which was quite the acting challenge.
Yeah. Can you give us like a taste of it?
I'm fighting a cold.
All right, fine.
Sorry.
That seems real.
Come on.
Okay, all right.
I gotta save the gold for the sequel.
I play a cat, so I can't do it.
You play a cat, and you play a dog that's trying to act like a cat.
That's right. I do it all. This role was really a stretch for me, but and it was hard. Luckily, I yip and bark a lot in my home, just in my personal life. So it was very easy for me to bring that to the studio.
Was it a stretch to be a dog playing a cat or a cat? Because normally you're just comfortable with the dog life.
Man, I really actually wish that I could say that it was hard, but really it was mostly just fun. But yeah, there was just many flavors in my psyche, so I just dipped right in.
She's species fluid, dude. She's
That's right.
species fluid.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's so great. That's so great. I'm
Yes.
so happy to be able to talk about this.
I'm many creatures at once.
Very.
Breaking ground today. This is wonderful. Where is Chloe in The Secret Life of Pets 2? Where do we find Chloe? As lethargic as ever?
So listen,
Could not be less excited.
She couldn't be more bored about all of it, all of it. But the good news is I always like seeing characters that are very sarcastic and wry get into unhinged situations. And so she gets to basically get inebriated by catnip, and we get to see her lose her mind. So
what was it like
fun.
doing that in the voice booth?
It was an animated day at the voice booth because usually I'm sort of like.
Is it called the voice booth? I don't know. Is it?
I said voice booth after you, so I guess
we call it the voice booth.
Okay,
in the
good. I just wanted to make sure
industry.
I'm speaking the lingo here.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
We say voice booth.
I call it the dream capsule, but whatever.
Yeah,
fine.
That's just
right.
Patton, though.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's close to my house. Which is so great.
Yeah.
I just had catnip.
So sorry.
How's Duke doing this time around?
Oh, he's doing good.
Oh, good.
Yeah, no.
You want better questions. Eric.
We're here to sell the movie.
Try to
Get
just
people to go
He's
see
doing
it.
good.
Yeah.
He's okay. I mean, whatever. Just go see it or don't. I don't care.
Yeah.
The whole studio's having heart attacks back there.
I know, it's like,
Don't
talk it up! Talk it up!
Look, guys, John Wick will still be in theaters. I mean, that's probably your better bet.
Don't mention other movies! It's great. Duke is,
Main competition for Secret Life of Pets 2 is
No,
John
it's
Wick.
not.
the little kids love John Wick. They love him. So.
Sorry, Eric.
yeah, no, Duke
And
is...
also a pet movie.
That is true.
Technically another pet movie, John Wick. Really? He's avenging his dog.
He is? Is that what that movie is about?
Guys, stop talking about John Wick.
Well, I'm
Takes Patton
just afraid-
Oswalt to tell us
I was
that.
just
Someone's
scared to
watching
see
John
John
Wick
Wick. I thought that it was something more, not more than a dog, because of course, dogs are very important, which is what our film is about.
all the movie.
Well, cats are
It
also
has
important.
become more
right.
than a dog, but initially it was just a dog. Yeah. Eric, you were going to say something. What do you?
That's okay. No. No, Duke's doing great. No. I was just talking when she said about that you guys were talking about making noises. I have to eat a lot as Duke, which
Oh, I see.
I work on that in my off season, practicing eating noises.
Keep your eating game up.
Yeah. Can you guys do it? Yeah, thank you.
I think all of us have to do a lot of efforts. You guys get to work and have to a lot of
Efforts are
effort.
fun.
You know about that?
Grunt, scream,
Like,
falling.
Yeah, Mel runs into a lot of walls. I have a lot of walls
yeah.
that I run into.
What does it sound like?
You know, out of that.
Sometimes you come to work and they're just like, we've just got efforts for you today. And that it's basically grunting and like very obscene sounds.
Are you given direction for that, or is it just like grunt this sound, or is it like in this moment you are running into a wall?
Yeah.
Some days, I don't know if you guys experience this, they would have you do different levels of effort, not even to anything specific, in case we need it.
Oh yeah, bonus
Do, like,
efforts.
Yeah, do like light effort. Okay, now medium. Now really, really hard. Like, is there a scene that just we don't know, just in case?
It's just their
Chill
bonus.
panting,
Yeah.
a lot
Yeah,
of
panting,
furious
a lot of panting.
Dog panting.
Would you like to hear some panting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, now fast. Yeah, like that.
Now, if you want to hear
Beautiful.
any more, enter your credit card number for the next 2 minutes.
That's what I was like. Is this for the movie or is this for you guys?
Patton, Max in this movie has some new neuroses. He's a little worried about Liam, his new kind of brother, the child of his
he's
master.
bonded with his child. So now he has a whole other level of anxiety that, first he was worried about himself. Now he's worried about this adorable kid. And when you're in the city, everything looks like an attack I would imagine if you're from a dog's level, everything looks like a looming attack. So yeah, he gets to the point where he is literally suffering psychosomatic effects and has to wear a cone and then ends up going out to a farm where you would think, oh, it's clear skies and open spaces. But and if you've been to a farm, the animals on farms are monsters. They're terrifying. The turkeys, the lambs, the cows, it becomes
They
this.
don't use the
I
toilet.
grew up
really
on a farm, and I'm
None of those
offended.
cows know how
Oh,
to use
are
the
you?
toilet.
Am I going to get letters?
Yeah, you're getting letters, Patton. He's correct. But the thing when I saw the bird, the turkey, I was like, okay, you've talked to somebody because those are the animals that
Terrifying.
are the most terrifying. I grew up with pigs and cows and everything else, and it was a rooster that tormented me as a child.
How and
Because
why?
you don't know what they're doing, and they're always just like looking around. There's no fence around them. Cows at least are over there, and if they're going to come to you, you have warning of like,
Right. It's going to take him a
Gonna take-
while.
yeah.
fowl
you-
can sneak up on you.
Yeah, I got chased around by a goose one time.
Well, geese are the worst.
too.
And
Oh, yeah,
it
goose are
wasn't
always
good. It was bad. It's a bad memory that I have.
So
yeah.
humiliating
old?
when that happens.
I
isn't
was
it?
probably like 11, and I just remember like we came out of our family van with like a bunch of bread. My sisters and I.
Okay,
and we were
well,
like, they're
that's-
gorgeous.
Not a good idea.
Not a good
And the
idea.
geese were like, raw! And like they didn't raw at us. They were probably like honking, and we were
Yeah.
just running back towards the van.
Did they only chase you, or did they chase like everybody that was feeding?
It feels like they only chased me, and sometimes it feels like they're still chasing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Think about it from a fowl's point of view. You're there in their space and annoying them.
Right.
What do they have to lose? Like,
And
a
they're just-
cow at least is like, well, but a bird's like, F you, dude. I'm coming after you. They don't have anything to lose.
I got nothing
Birds
to
are
lose.
descended
I'm
from
coming at ya.
they're descended from dinosaurs. They're all little mini T-Rexes. They want to be
For a goose to come crashing against this glass.
I'm
Wouldn't
getting
that
an
be
idea.
the story?
Slate.
I feel like a goose would be standing outside the window, just sort of nodding to what Eric's saying in agreement. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the way it goes. Jenny, Gidget goes on a mission. I mean, the film is
Yeah.
kind of broken up into 3 separate stories this time around. You really
it
want to
is.
talk about Gidget's mission?
You're up.
I know.
Go.
You relax into the group convo, and then suddenly you realize, oh wow, we're like actually taping something, and this is better. We got to talk about this. So go ahead.
Well, if you could talk about Gidget's undercover operation a little bit.
Sure. Well, Gidget has to learn how to behave like a cat. And that's very hard for her because she has a totally opposite demeanor. But as a performer, it's incredibly fun to do that because to play someone who's like just constantly bubbling and filled with energy and is trying to tamp that down is like, I was saying earlier, it's like really the right elements to make like perfect classic comedy. And it's really sweet. Yeah.
And Chloe is the one that is teaching her how
Yeah,
to...
we switch roles a little bit.
Yeah.
We go through cat boot camp,
Yes.
and you get through.
Yeah, I get through,
Yeah,
but
there's
not
the whole-
easily.
Yeah. Yeah, where she's sort of like, please like reverse your butt towards the coffee mug and then splash it onto the open laptop. Good, you're a cat.
Yeah.
You get it now.
Yeah,
You're ready to go.
it's really it's just the comedy. I would say that is like the most exciting thing to do is when you're like handed something that is just the best jokes and so funny and also for Gidget, like she just doesn't think she's doing a bad job and she's being really bad at it, which is also wonderful.
She's very earnest. So sweet.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever get to do scenes together in the booth, or is everybody, you're all separate for the most part all the time, right?
I never did a scene with anyone. I was always
separate.
Yeah,
my
it's
contract.
weird. Yeah, no. He actually wants that. But
very germ-phobic.
Yes.
I did all my stuff with Harrison Ford.
What?
And you don't have scenes together.
No, we don't have scenes together.
He just was there, like,
Yeah,
just
he just-
chilling
He was just
out.
going, great job.
I have to say, in the first go around, I was naive. I had no idea, and I quickly learned like, oh, they don't put us in booths together because we would waste a lot of money and a lot of time. Yeah, if you put Patton and I or any of us that have scenes together, we would get
bits
bits constantly.
A lot of people told us what to do 5 minutes before we came out here, and I don't think I heard any of it.
Yeah, I mean, you've only asked us like 3
We've been talking
questions.
about other things.
But it is a weird experience because then you go and do press with, to promote the show, and all of a sudden we're like, "Hello, it's nice. It's very nice. I'm
Well, I
late."
think, for instance, the scene
Yeah.
that the part that the two of you were just talking about with Cat Boot Camp and teaching her how to be a cat, that seems like something that 2 performers would have such a good time doing together. What is it like when you then watch it afterwards?
You improvise with yourself, first of all, in the
Yes,
booth.
right.
So you do. That is the one thing that's sort of an interesting experience. So you think about like, oh, maybe Jenny will say something like this, or I'll just give him something like this in case, and sometimes they kind of inspire self-improvisation, which is also weird. It's just, they have to layer it later, and it is kind of a little piece of magic for sure
Yeah.
when you see the scene.
The animators putting that together, it's bonkers when you see it.
And sometimes you get very lucky in that, like Eric would record his stuff before me and they would play some of his stuff before I went into scenes, and same with some of
Yeah,
his
I got to hear Lake.
Yeah, so it was
which
like,
was
oh,
very
good.
nice.
So that's where, and you can, some of Harrison Ford stuff, especially like, wow, okay.
So you got
Now I
some of
know.
Harrison Ford stuff before you.
I
got
heard a
to
little
do-
bit of it, yeah, and I heard from the director that the animators, that's one of those voices that, as an animator, you're like, I cannot wait to animate this. And what they had a lot of fun with it, what I heard is, Rooster is a very active dog, but a lot of times that when Harrison Ford is talking, because it's such a almost godlike voice, Rooster actually doesn't move because he doesn't have to, because he's such an alpha, and that actually makes the effect even crazier, because like he's not even trying to be impressive, he's just Rooster. And it's really
we were
amazing
talking
to
about
see.
Rooster. I thought we were talking about.
Oh,
Okay, yeah,
No,
got
sorry.
it. Got
The
it.
name-
No.
Harrison Ford's character is named Rooster, who's like, just in case
Right.
you don't know, he plays this like incredibly stoic, very powerful alpha man dog.
farm dog.
Farm dog.
Teaches Max a little something about himself.
Yeah, like how to walk with some confidence, fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, all of you do voices on other shows and movies before, right? Like many different things. Are all of them essentially separate? You never go into a booth with other people?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
rarely
done-
been in a booth.
Yeah.
I've done stuff. I was in Inside Out. I did. Me and Paula Poundstone did stuff
Oh, lucky duck.
together in the room and got to improvise together.
Fun.
And they used some of that stuff in there. Me and Jim Rash record together for Star Wars Resistance, so we can improvise together. Yeah.
Ooh, that's nice.
Bob's Burgers.
Yeah, at Bob's Burgers, we often do it together, and also on Big Mouth.
I was
We
gonna
can
say,
get
'cause so
some
much of
of us.
Big
That's
are-
awesome.
Yeah, as many of us as possible in the room.
Are they
and
either there or sometimes are they on your headphones and you can all talk?
and
or
at Bob's, sometimes people are. We all live all over the place.
because I did a Bob's and I had 2 different people in my headphones. Which
Yeah.
really helped.
Yeah, I
That's
usually
really
get like Kristen Shaw in person, which is a delight.
Yeah.
It's heavenly delight. And then like John Benjamin is, in the ear. Yeah. And at Big Mouth, like there's usually a couple of us in there, which is really nice. Yeah.
Yeah, Big Mouth, it feels like that would happen because there are extended riffs in Big Mouth that feel like you wouldn't really be able to do in a writer's room. It would be 2 voice actors kind of playing with each other.
I've got to say, those writers are so good.
Agreed.
A
It's
lot
an
of that
amazing
stuff
show.
is written.
Yeah.
At least for me. Like I wish I could take credit, but a lot of it is in there.
You
Yeah.
can.
Yeah,
You can still
I guess
get
I
credit.
could.
You can take credit.
Yeah.
When I did when I did Archer, the dialogue they gave me was so good. I'm like, all I need to do is read this. And I don't need to put my peanut butter fingerprints on this. They actually handed me something good. I'm just gonna read it. I'm good.
I was on Sophia the First.
Hi there.
Hey.
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 How's Duke?
Darn it. Oh,
Bobby!
It's okay, Bobby.
Secret Life of Pets 2, June 7th.
Yeah.
What did you say that you were on?
No, I was being a clown. I'm sorry.
No, I just wasn't sure what the actual...
Sophia the First. I was, I was trying to, be cool. It's like I did an episode of Grey's Anatomy.
Okay.
You
All
did?
right, sure.
Oh, I
When
wish I had
people
another
are in
couple glass to knock
conversations-
over.
Not animated,
when
but
people are in conversations like talking about all the newest TV shows on and things like I've never even heard of, I'm always like, "You guys watch NCIS?"
Oh God, he's having an IMDb panic right now.
Yeah.
Or he's just running his resume.
Yeah, it's a really good show too.
No, it's #1 rated. It's actually the most watched.
Yeah.
Always.
Everyone's dying while they're watching it, but
Yeah.
it's fine.
Nana likes her stories. Nana's got to have her stories.
How much do you find that your improvisations in the voice booth end up in the movie?
I think they're in. I mean, for Gidget, one thing that she does is like she over explains an idea that she's already said. So she'll be like, "We're in love because you're my boyfriend. I mean, you don't have to be, but I want you to be. I mean, I didn't just say that." Like and that really is a function of me being someone who doesn't like being alone and is put in a booth by myself. And so I just keep talking until someone says something to me. And I think that it really ended up in the character that Gidget just like, she kind of just keeps running until somebody puts a hand on her.
they're like, Jenny, we got it. Jenny, we got
And
it.
we got it. I'm like, all right, got it.
What about you guys, Bobby?
Mel's got some improvised stuff. I feel like my job is to just say crazy stuff every once in a while or make crazy sounds, and they throw it in there somewhere, which is nice.
So like they bring you into the booth and like whatever you got, Bobby, just make some
Sometimes
sounds,
like
make
Mel,
some
or
crazy
like
stuff.
how would Mel react to this in these situations or these 10 things, and just kind of give them 10 scenarios and stuff like that. Or
Have any of you based your characters on pets of your own at any point in your life? Do you think about your pets or other people's pets while you're doing these performances?
I can't say that I have, but we just got a cat, and my God, that sequence of you waking your owner up with the paws right in the is exactly how our cat wakes up my wife every morning. Like, it looks like a live action version of that scene. Like, did the cat see that scene or something? It's like, oh my God, so perfect.
But also the way that the animators sort of take on the physicality, the nuance of cat. I feel like, like the
Yes.
kind of the afterthought, like sort of like paw hit. It's like there's something so cheeky and so accurate about the way
And
they
the
depict it.
conservation of energy. What is the least amount of movement I can do to get what I need here?
Yeah.
So great.
Or the moment of crawling all over the laptop and knocking coffee on it, and like I've definitely had that experience.
Do you have a
with
cat?
I used to have a cat, and I used to
Okay.
work from home, and it would be like, "Come on, I can't
Put it down.
Oh no, God!
Ah,
Like,
yeah,
destroys
so
everything.
they work hard to perfect that. Yeah, that's a key skill.
Is it all in the writing when it comes to the characters, or do you not have to think of other animals that you've owned, or is it really like everything is in the writing, or is it the fact that animals don't talk and you're talking?
Yeah, I mean, for me and the whole notion of Duke, I mean, Duke is like as straightforward of the essence of a dog as there is, just like ready
Yes.
and willing to do whatever we're doing. Which is both, I mean, I grew up with a lot of animals.
Okay.
And farm animals.
Sure,
Yep.
sure.
We can go back to that if we'd like. But anyway, all dogs I've ever had
It
are
was
that
weird
way.
because he grew up in an apartment in the village.
Yeah,
that's
so
the
it's
really
kind of
strange
quite
thing.
Interesting.
Yeah,
There were
very
all
New York.
Yeah, very New York.
Eric, I'm being told that you grew up with a lot of animals. Do you want to talk about that a little bit? Like what?
Yeah.
Any cool farm stories you want to share?
Sure. What do you
You
want
guys
to know?
improvise a lot on the farm.
I've had my
or any
hand inside of a
pranks?
cow, for example.
Okay, I feel like I'm.
To help a calf that was breached, I had to turn it like this.
Are we being serious?
Really?
Yeah. Oh, for real.
Now I feel like I'm at a.
That's going to be on your new show.
I was about to say we're like at a bless this mess junket now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
you
for real.
can. You need to hire him as
I got to talk to you
Yeah,
later.
I can tell you
yeah.
anything.
Talk to him.
Do you know when the expression "you're as useful as teats on a boar hog" that actually is a compliment?
I did not know that
If
expression.
anybody ever says to you, "Wow, you're about as useful as teats on a boar hog," you can say thank you.
Oh, okay.
That means something good.
My favorite part of this entire thing that just happened is when someone didn't believe you for a second, you got very serious. Went for real.
No,
for real. I
serious.
did that for real.
Serious.
Well, I learned to talk about what you know, and I know a lot about pigs. What do you guys want to know?
What else do you got?
No, I'm
Okay,
just kidding.
okay.
Wait, where was this
I've
farm?
said too much. Kansas City. I grew up in Kansas. I grew up with.
You say it like
Yeah, well, it's on my Wikipedia.
I didn't read it this morning.
Yeah, Kansas. I'm from Kansas.
Kansas.
4-H, cows, hogs.
This is crazy. I literally have to talk to you
I
after
told
that.
you I liked your show.
I know. Now I get it. It's all adding up for me. Okay.
We have some questions from the audience. Let's see who has a question.
Hey everyone, I was wondering what you guys wear to record.
I'm sorry, what?
What do you guys wear? Do you wear like a special outfit or something to get into character?
Oh, sweatpants.
Yeah.
You know,
Trust me.
Best gig in the biz.
Voiceover is sweatpants and flip flops.
I have an opposite opinion,
Interesting.
Oh.
which is that I feel this way about airplanes as well.
Oh.
Which is
There we go.
dress the way that you dress for, like, if you're. Well, it used to be like we would dress for the airport the way we would dress for synagogue, which might not transfer to anyone
I get it.
understanding that. But I like to dress up for work, but I keep it casual, and then I have an image. So I'm like, well, what would Marissa Tomei wear? Sure. What would Michelle Pfeiffer wear? I want to be like them, even though I'm not like them. I wish I were. What do I wear? I wear something casual and cute, like a basic cashmere turtleneck, a high-waisted jean. Okay?
She
Are
just
you a
turned the
person who doesn't,
voiceover
you
role
don't
in
wear
its
sweats
head.
on the plane?
I do not wear sweats on the plane.
Same.
wait,
100%
And
same.
somebody got really mad at me about it when I said on the internet that I didn't understand why people were doing, why they were wearing workout clothes on the plane. And that and then everyone was like, "You're judgmental," and I was like, "Well, I guess I'm making an assessment. I'm not saying like you're bad, but I just don't get it. But sometimes I'll wear a full sweater outfit,
Oh.
so pants made out of a knit.
Oh.
All right.
But like probably Jackie O would have worn that. Is what I
Yes,
say to myself,
absolutely.
Yeah, but
or at least Shirley MacLaine.
some of the workout clothes these days, like Lululemon.
It's
Let's get
expensive.
into it. Let's get
you
into it.
can't ever tell that they're
expensive.
workout clothes, and that's as close to working out as I have gotten.
I wear a tux with tails and a top hat. I'm gonna knock over
Bobby.
another one.
He
Can we
almost did another one.
Can we get 4 more glasses of water,
4 more
please?
glasses of water.
Eric, it's more important that he gesticulates about the tucks and the tails than the water staying up, okay?
That is
Let
true.
Bobby
Very
go.
animal.
Yeah.
We have a question coming in from Twitter. It is, if you could voice any animal besides a dog or cat, what will it be? Would it be?
Besides a dog or cat, what will it be?
Rhinoceros for me.
Quick question, because it's not what would it be, it's what will it be. It's almost like they're trying to find out
What
spoilers.
will it be?
Oh.
Oh, baby elephant.
I'm gonna say a golden orb weaver spider.
Oh, you.
Those things are terrifying. They
Scary
are.
lady.
I am the mom of 2 of them, so easy.
They are. Have you been to the Spider Pavilion at the Natural History Museum downtown?
Not since Monday.
Well, they do a
Quick on the
they
draw.
do a Spider Pavilion in the fall, and those golden orb weave spiders are terrifying.
They're big. They
And
start
I've
like
done the-
little babies. It's so cute.
But
and then they get.
they're pretty
Yeah, they get.
Yeah.
They
Do you
get
have
a
other
pet.
kinds of animals like that in your like, you're like a
Leopard.
snake
Yes, we have
person?
a
Rats?
leopard. We have 3 leopard geckos. One of them's Tree, and
Oh.
Tree 1, and then there's Tree 2 because we thought Tree 1 was out. Was gonna kick it, and but he didn't. So now we have Tree 1 and Tree 2, and then Happiness is the woman. She's the woman at large.
So bless this
Happiness
message.
is the woman.
Yes, she is.
Okay,
Oh.
put that on a
Dang.
Yeah,
bumper
tweet
sticker.
that.
Yeah, put that on a necklace.
So is bless this mess based on your life?
Well, we have no leopard geckos on Bless This Mess, but it is a fantasy life. Yes.
Bobby, what
So,
would you? Oh, Eric or Bobby?
Basically, my life where I grew up with a lot of animals.
Yes. Okay. Come on the
wow.
show. Come on the show. I'm gonna talk to you later.
Yeah.
A lot of animals.
On the farm, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kansas.
Bobby, what animal did you say? I'm sorry.
Manatee.
Oh, that's nice.
A gentle
see that.
manatee.
I love that.
That's nice.
That's
kind of this
The
zen,
sea cow.
Yeah, just like
peaceful, just hey,
Cows
I
of
got
the
some
sea.
barnacles on my
They're the best.
back.
let
So
it all
what?
go.
And Eric,
Don't
did-
shrimp out, man.
Did you pick an animal? I know you're having a hard time. There's
I
a
said
lot of them on the
rhinoceros.
farm. Oh, rhinoceros. That's
Yeah,
right. Okay.
because I got to spend a lot of
'Cause
time
you
with
grew up on a
rhinos.
farm.
Yeah.
Back on the farm.
Yeah, we raised rhinos. No, but I have spent a lot of time with rhinos for reals, and they are amazingly sweet, beautiful, cuddly, shockingly sweet animals. They love to be pet.
How?
Yeah,
You spent
thank you.
this. I saw that in your eyes. Thank you.
Yeah, well, this friend of mine saves them in right outside of Jacksonville, Florida, at a place called White Oak Conservation. You can Google it and see it, and it's an amazing place. And I'm going to go there soon, actually, in June, and spend more time with them and feed them because it takes me back to my childhood where I fed a lot of animals.
Okay.
On a farm or?
Yeah, in Kansas City.
Oh,
on a
Kansas
farm?
City.
Yeah, cows, pigs.
Wow.
But anyway, I would like to play a rhinoceros for obvious reasons. They look tough and whatever, but kind of like
Now I know that they love being pet. I feel awful
Oh my God!
for them.
If
Yeah.
you pet them in their crease of their fat, they'll stretch their leg out like this.
Same here.
And they just go like this. They're sweet. I have videos. I'll show you guys videos.
Nose.
And they make that noise.
I'm learning a lot today.
Oh, you do.
Change your mind to
One more question from the audience. What do we have
hi.
here?
Hi, everybody. First of all, Eric, go Chiefs. You're not looking.
Chiefs. Yes, ma'am. From Kansas City. Did you have animals?
Yeah, I heard you say Kansas City.
Did you have animals?
Okay, and then my question was, what do you guys think your pets are currently doing at this very moment?
Oh, Roscoe.
My cat's probably blogging.
Bridge. Playing bridge.
My dog is a 13-year-old, almost blind, almost deaf, only 2 teeth diabetic. So I think he's probably asleep.
Great. Or
With a
watching
great attitude.
NCIS.
Yeah, and his tongue is out. It's always out. Yeah, but he's happy.
I think my dog Roscoe thinks like his job is to entertain me when I'm there. So when I leave, he's like, "Whew, finally I can relax.
Great.
And I don't have a pet.
Hey. Hey. I'm okay. Hey. I'm gonna be okay. Hey. Hey.
We're working on him.
I think it was the way that you presented it, Bobby. It was more like you like.
Say it like
Yeah, you said it like it was a
Yeah.
sad thing.
Dickensian orphan up here.
If you
And
take it again,
I
just
don't
be like-
have a pet. Mother won't let us have a pet.
Guys, congratulations on The Secret Life of Pets 2. Thank you so much for being
Thank
here.
you.
The movie opens Friday, June 7th. Everybody give a huge round of applause for our guests. Let's hear it.
Yay.